So I'm a little early. There's a group in there. I'm gonna let them finish doing their thing. We'll start on the outside and then I'll just kind of edit these clips together. No big deal there. Back, parking. Could probably get 2 cars here if you use the sidewalk, which isn't bad. Take a quick walk around. Gutter needs kicked. The downspout needs kicked. This is pulling away, but I looked underneath. There's joist hangers. How you doing? I'm a little early, so I'm just gonna do a little outside walk around. So, I mean, it is a little, there is a little deterioration, but like I said, they hung it off the house. Steps aren't in great shape. There's Pennsylvania. And then we'll walk down here. I'll show you this real quick. So down there, I'll zoom in here, where that blue is, that's the Poplar station for the T. So real close to public transportation. Looks like everything's kind of from the back, access-wise. Close down the road. Deck. Nice. Do a little bit of pointing right here. Needed. Other than that, it's really the only spot that I've seen on the brick that looks to be a quote-unquote potential issue. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, for what it is, I suppose. How's it going? I'm early. How are you? I'm early. So yeah, that's the outside. Once these guys finish up, we'll pop inside. Walking in the back door. Here's the kitchen. Nice sized kitchen. I'm gonna guess that's an access panel. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Let's go find out if that's an access panel for a bathroom. And it is. Look at that, full bath on this floor. Looks like the film is coming off of the window. Nothing too crazy there though. All the seals look pretty good. Carpet throughout. Curious. Doesn't look like hardwood, so no big deal there. There's your fireplace. So the living area is kind of split up by this fireplace. And what do we got back here? Oh, laundry. Nice. Laundry on the main floor is always good. Unless it overflows. I mean, kind of cool house, but this entryway is just massive. And I'm not sure why. And those are some tight steps downstairs, so pitter patter, here we go. Got a little bit of plaster issue here. That could be mold. That looks like it was water. I did notice that some of the downspouts were not kicked away from the property, so that could be what's causing that. Good headroom down here. Not blasting my head off anything. These look like newer support posts. Again, that's probably from the downspouts. It's interesting. You don't usually see the brick all the way down the foundation. Normally it would be cinder block or sandstone or something like that. You don't normally see brick all the way down to the foundation. At least here in Pittsburgh. I know other places you do, but not here in Pittsburgh as often. Pittsburgh potty. That's, I mean, looks like everything's working, but that's concerning and probably would need replaced at some point in the near future in your ownership. Is this stack, this cast iron stack. So even if it's not necessarily showing a ton of wear, I mean it is down here, some corrosion, but even if it's not showing a ton of wear on the outside, on the inside it'll tend to start corroding on the inside and then it starts to clog on the inside. So this 4-inch pipe gets thinner and thinner on the inside based off of the rust and what have you on the inside of the pipe. Interesting. So something to keep in mind. Got a hot water tank here. There's a water meter. Tank looks to be in good shape. It's an interesting little swing around the tank to get to the meter. I always find it fun whenever they do that cool stuff with copper. Alright. But yeah, good space down here. Just not finishable. I mean, I'm ducking a little bit, but I'm not having too much problem. But I am ducking a little bit, so there's that. Alright, so that's the basement. It looks like they do have a little bit of water issue. They've had water issues over here as well. But I think this is where that's I know there was a couple downspouts that were not hooked up properly. Alright, so that's the first floor and the basement. Let's head upstairs. Interesting layout. Start here with the master. Not seeing any water damage on the ceiling, so the roof's probably in good shape. Master bath. Everything in here looks to be up to snuff. Not seeing anything jumping out there. Second bedroom. Nothing crazy. Long. I'd say about 15 to 20 feet. But only about 10 to 12 feet wide. Little tiny closet here in the corner. Box cutters look to be in good shape too. Cool. Let's do this, because I'm curious. Yeah, these box cutters definitely look to be in pretty good shape. Other than this little pool here, which I wouldn't be too concerned about. Alright. On to the next room. A little bit of plaster issue here in the hallway. Doesn't move too much when you touch it though. So as long as you don't touch it, you should be good. Bedroom. Just noticed that a lot of these plugs only have two prongs. So they might not be grounded, but all the wiring in the house seemed to have, at least coming out of the box, looked to be newer. Let me see if that's the case in some of these other rooms. Just noticed it over there. Yeah, again, just a 2-prong. Let's see if it's in this room as well. We'll check downstairs when we get down there as well. Okay, you got just the 2 prongs here. Right. And then this other bedroom, smaller, but in good shape other than the electrical outlets. So let's go back downstairs, see if any of those outlets have grounds on them or not. Yeah, the box. Sorry, I stopped because I was checking out the box cutters, which looked like they were just relined. Like that's a newer material. Also, the front deck is Trex, and they did hang the deck off of the house. So those foundations, like I mentioned in the outside video, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Again, some of these outlets, just 2 prongs. There's a 3. There's a 3. So some of them have been updated. Some of them have not. I mean, there's a way that you can ground those outlets upstairs if there isn't a ground wire. But if there's not a ground wire, really the best way to do it is to add a GFCI to that. Just notice this. There's also a drop ceiling in this kitchen. So we'll pop back outside. I'll show you kind of this outside area a little bit more. I'll call this one wrapped. I didn't see anything that stuck out too bad here other than those grounding outlets. Sorry that you're checking out the sky. Yeah, the grounding outlets, some of the downspouts, and then the fact that it's just a little dated, but nothing too crazy there. Nice neighborhood though, quiet. It is by the T, so it is by public transportation. So that's this guy, 266 Pennsylvania. Let me know what you think.